Well, what do you think?
How much does this place cost?
Now, William, don't you worry.
Well, whenever you say that, it's never a good sign.
Well, there's no use complaining. It's already paid for.
By whom?
Well, us. Me? No matter. I think it's the perfect place for us to get reacquainted, don't you think?
We could have done that in London with Susanna.
Well, there'll be plenty of time for the three of us in London, but right now, this time is for us.
Hello there. Welcome. Welcome. As per your request, Dr. Ogden, apple cider, finest in the Cotswolds.
Just his.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Good.
Julia, Ronald Pearl is staying here.
Excuse me?
Ronald Pearl, one of the world's greatest detectives.
I thought that was your title.
There's certainly room for more. Pardon the intrusion. Mr. Pearl, well, I'd just like to say what an honor it is to meet you.
And who might you be?
Detective William Murdoch, Toronto Constabulary.
Well, sorry to disappoint you, but your assumptions are wrong. My name is Jonathan Stark.
Oh, but you look just like...
Ronald Pearl. I've heard that many times. I suppose I bear a resemblance, but I am most assuredly not him. Good day, Mr. Murdoch. Have a pleasant stay.
You as well.
Well, it appears one of the world's greatest detectives was wrong.
I don't care what he says. That man is Ronald Pearl. And if he's here, that means something is going on.
Oh, dear Lord. Isn't it magnificent?
Certainly hope so. I saw the Inn's rate card.
Oh, of course you did. If we're not careful, we may not see much of this place at all. William?
I knew it.
Knew what?
The man who claims not to be Ronald Pearl. He's examining this place top to bottom. I know he's up to something. But what?
Well, I will leave you to your musings.
Julia? Ogden?
Yes.
It's Wendell Stewart.
Wendell? Waggish Wendell?
All grown up. Though I don't use that sobriquet anymore.
No.
Is this woman disturbing you, sir?
Hardly, Sims. No, it's Julia Ogden, remember? She was the medical student that Father hired to mind me that one summer he and Mother were on the continent. Ah. What on earth are you doing here?
I'm vacationing with my husband.
I thought you had moved to Canada. That's what my father told me.
I have, but, well, I'm currently residing in London. How was your father?
Recently, deceased.
Oh.
It was unexpected.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. But I intend to continue his noble work.
Sir.
It seems Julia's a family friend. There are no secrets here. Father, he was a member of the group of Ghent, along with those men there.
Group of Ghent?
Yes, philanthropists, industrialists, working to improve life in the colonies.
A task you should be attending to now, sir.
Yes, of course. I do hope we have a chance to catch up.
Yes.
Don't get your hopes up. He will be mine by the end of the weekend.
He's half my age.
And filthy rich. A perfect combination, wouldn't you say? Still, he's not the only one with potential here. You do know this was once a hunting lodge.
I didn't.
Well, let me just say, the hunt is on.
Can't fool me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're on a case, aren't you? Oh, but don't worry. I can assure you, complete discretion.
There's no need for discretion. I'm simply taking the air. You said your name was Murdoch?
I did?
From Canada?
Yes.
And you are a detective of some note as well?
As well. You see, I'm right.
Well, if you must know, I am Ronald Pearl. But I am no longer a detective. I have retired.
Well, then perhaps you can tell me what you were doing out here in the gazebo, taking notes.
Simply enjoying the garden. It's a hobby I intend to take up.
I don't believe it.
No, that's your prerogative. But there comes a time in every man's life when he must say goodbye to the past.
You're the greatest.
Now, perhaps the title can be claimed by someone new. Perhaps you.
Julia? Julia, I was right. It is Ronald Pearl, and he's here. Something is afoot.
Certainly is. I'm going to dinner with an extremely distracted husband. Is this too formal for an English country inn? No?
Seems you've cured me of my distraction. And we are going to be late for dinner.
I shouldn't be here more than a couple days. They found a rat's nest in our office.
A rat's nest in a lawyer's office? How surprising. Oh, if Margaret comes sniffing around later, tell her I've gone to play golf with a bunch of city supervisors and then I'll be home late.
Planning a visit to the 19th hole?
Truth be told, I won't be playing golf. In fact, I can't stand the game. Every year I forget Margaret's birthday, but this year I'm planning a surprise party. So mum's the word. I'll leave that. It'll be her. I left before she woke up this morning.
She might be angry.
And after tomorrow, she'll be happy. I've got half the boys at Station House 4 decorating the Starbright. You're invited.
Surprise.
Didn't you hear the dinner bell?
Oh, I apologize. I had a terrible time getting into my dress.
Likely story.
Wendell. This is my husband, William. William, this is Wendell Stewart. I minded him for a time when I was in England years ago.
Oh.
And this is Mr. Sims.
Oh, pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Wendell is about to become a member of the group of Ghent.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar.
No need to apologize. We tend to keep a low profile.
And what is it that this group does?
The group represents many of the businesses in our colonies and contributes to their development. And my father had pushed the group to finance numerous schools and hospitals before his passing, and I intend to redouble his efforts.
As long as he doesn't squander the family fortune.
I don't see helping others as squandering. Mr. Sims here believes I still require his guidance, despite my being a grown man.
It was your father's wish that I provide you counsel.
Mr. Stewart?
Yes. Excuse me.
Your father was a fine man, and we are all saddened by his unfortunate demise. But the torch must be passed, and we are pleased that you are here in his place. Work begins in the morning. Tonight, we celebrate. Yeah.
Leaving so soon?
I am. I'm afraid my tolerance for late nights isn't what it used to be.
Good night.
You seem disappointed.
I had hoped to speak with Mr. Pearl. Some of his cases are absolutely fascinating.
Mr. Bowles. Oh, you are a devil.
Oh, you bring it out in me, my dear Midge.
Well, if that's the case, perhaps we should leave before we create a further scene.
You're leaving? Is everything all right?
Yes, it certainly is. Could we get a bottle of champagne sent to Mr. Bowles' room?
Of course, madam.
Sorry, I think I will turn in as well. See you in the morning.
Good night.
You can see why young Wendell needs my counsel. He hasn't been able to take his eyes off that gold digger since the moment we arrived.
Well, nor has any man in attendance.
Yes, but they know the type of woman she is.
Well, I'm sure she's well aware of what type of men they are.
Good night.
Sorry you missed dinner.
It's our fault. We lost track of time.
Shall I make you up some plates?
Yes, please. The country air has made me ravenous. I'll go. Excuse me. That's a body. I believe it's that young woman, Midge. Mr. Pearl, would you care to assist in the examination of the body?
I hardly see a need. It's clear she was highly inebriated and drowned.
You and I both know that things are often not how they appear.
And sometimes they're exactly that.
You're a detective.
Correction. I was a detective.
Is there a room where I could examine her body?
An examination?
I used to be a coroner. It's a skill one doesn't forget easily.
There's a storage room in the basement. We'll get it ready.
I'll need hot, clean water and as many towels as you can muster and a very sharp filleting knife.
Dreadful business.
Indeed. Where is young Mr. Stewart?
Master Stewart rarely rises before noon. Hopefully he'll be spared this sight.
Golf. He hates the game. He said it was for work.
I suppose where men are concerned, all the most important decisions are made between the fairway and the green. I'm thinking of taking up the sport myself.
Did he say anything else?
No.
How about what day it is? Did he mention anything about that?
He did not.
So bloody typical. If you happen to see my husband, please tell him he'll find his dinner cold and in the icebox. Oh, excuse me, please.
Well, Any conclusions?
Something doesn't add up. I found hardly any water in her lungs.
She didn't drown.
No. But I found this. A small puncture wound on her neck.
A syringe mark.
It would appear so. But I found no other signs of trauma.
So she didn't simply stumble down to the water in a state of inebriation?
I would say not.
So what exactly would you say?
Mr. Pearl, I thought you didn't care to get involved in this.
Let me just say the contemplation of the creation of my new garden lacks a certain stimulation. I would imagine finding her in the water would make the determination of a time of death impossible.
It would certainly have an effect on avidity.
Indeed. Well, we should get to this. The trail already grows cold. It's in the blood, isn't it, Detective Murdoch?
And then she and Mr. Bowles left together at approximately 11:30 p.m.
Did you notice anything suspicious between them?
She seemed to leave with Mr. Bowles quite willingly. In fact, I would say she took the lead.
But what do you think, Detective Murdoch? Should we leave this to the local authorities?
I suppose we could if you thought that to be the wise choice.
It would probably be wise, but I very rarely make the wise choice.
Your retirement.
It was hardly that. Herr Bowles, may we have a word with you, please?
Who are you?
I'm Detective Ronald Pearl, and this is my associate, Detective William Murdoch.
Well, ask me your questions. Evelyn is a colleague of mine. What you say to me, you can say to her.
I would prefer somewhere more private. Apologies, ma'am.
Of course. Should I reschedule the meeting?
Of course not. This will be but a minute. You think I murdered her? That is an outrageous accusation.
And one we have not made.
We were simply trying to establish her movements in the hours before her death.
And since you were the last one to be seen with her, it stands to reason we'd want to speak to you.
As I told you, she and I retired to my room. We had a drink, and then I regrettably fell asleep.
And this morning?
I only woke with the commotion of her being found in the pond. Now, if you will excuse me, I have meeting to attend.
What do you think?
Given the amount of alcohol in the room, it seems a likely outcome. There is... You see something? This could have been tampered with.
A sedative of some sort?
Perhaps.
The bottle was delivered to the room with the cork in place.
You were certain of that?
Of course. Mr. Bowles would never accept an open bottle of alcohol.
He's a suspicious sort.
German. Meticulous. Often to a fault.
Thank you.
Begging your pardon, sirs. I was to deliver the champagne.
Was to? Do you mean to say you didn't?
Well, the young man in attendance...
Mr. Stewart?
Yes. He insisted on carrying out the delivery.
Thank you.
It tampered with the champagne? No, that's absurd.
Is it? Why did you insist on delivering the bottle?
I simply wanted to make sure that the young woman was all right. She made it very clear that she was in Mr. Bowles' room of her own accord.
Mr. Stewart.
Yes. If you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I have business I need to attend to. It's my first official meeting.
What do you think?
I think Mr. Stewart's our number one suspect, and right now, his room is empty.
The camera. No film. Nowhere near here to process any.
So someone took it.
Or it was never loaded.
Don't complicate things. Interesting. Can you make heads or tails of it?
That's not any code I've come across before.
A camera without film, a message without meaning. I have missed this job.
What are you two doing in here? This is Master Stewart's room.
We're looking into the matter of the young woman's death.
I insist both of you leave at once.
In a minute.
Excuse me, what did you just take off that dresser? Show me your hands. What is that?
What is this?
I have no idea.
For someone who's supposed to be looking after him, you don't seem to know much, do you?
He's an impulsive young man. I cannot account for all his actions.
You should have them come by on a regular basis.
Well, it all looks in good working order. And what about the entertainment?
Miss Eudora Nadeau has agreed to perform.
Eudora Nadeau? How much does she charge?
She requires $20 in advance.
Ah, of course.
And I require $20 for my fee for the room. I'll be turning away paying customers.
Of course.
In a very generous mood.
Well, Margaret's birthday only comes but once a year. And most years I cock it up and forget. But not this year.
Do you think you'd be able to tell us what this is?
I can try.
We believe it to be a sedative of some sort.
Perhaps you could find traces of it in the young woman's remains?
Or in the champagne bottle.
Your idea of a vacation's very strange, Ray.
Consider it a working holiday. I believe a conversation with Mr. Stewart is in order. Shall we?
It would be preferable if relations between your two countries could deteriorate.
We are working on it.
A man with an unfavorable opinion towards England will be appointed.
Excuse us?
This is a private meeting.
We won't be long, Mr. Stewart. Could we have a word?
What is the meaning of this? Mr. Stewart is a member of this group.
And unfortunately, he's also the subject of a murder investigation.
Mr. Stewart?
Excuse me, gentlemen.
This is ridiculous.
I have the right to question Mr. Stewart. I'm a police officer.
In Canada, perhaps. You have no standing here.
Ronald Pearl, Metropolitan Police. Will that do?
But you're American.
Doesn't make me any less of a police officer.
All right, Mr. Stewart, what happened last night?
Is this really necessary? You were both there.
It's fine, Sims. I went to dinner. I retired early so as to prepare for today's meeting.
After delivering the bottle of champagne.
Yes. We've already had that conversation.
That was before we found this.
What the devil is that?
We were hoping you could tell us.
I have never seen it before in my life.
Well, then perhaps you can explain how it ended up being in your room.
I have no idea.
Where's the film for this camera?
I've never seen that either. Someone is attempting to make me look like a murderer.
I'm doing a pretty fair job of it.
Right. I thought you had retired.
I have. I keep the badge for sentimental reasons, but Mr. Sims need not know that.
What have you, Julia?
I believe the substance to be chloral hydrate. A little bit would knock you out, but too much could kill you.
I see.
So, you two believe that Wendell Stewart incapacitated Mr. Bowles and then murdered this poor young woman?
Seems like that's what happened.
Well, Mr. Pearl, you and I both know that appearances can be deceiving. And I find it hard to believe that the young man that I knew would be capable of either of those things.
You knew him as a small child. Now he is a rich, entitled young man who was rejected by a woman.
Well, I'm sure he can have his choice of many.
But apparently not the one he wanted.
Could I speak to him, please?
Not a good idea.
Mr. Pearl, if I may, Julia has assisted me on a number of cases. Perhaps the young man will be willing to tell her something that he wouldn't otherwise tell us.
A husband and wife detective team. What a novel idea. Someone should write a serial about you.
I didn't kill that woman, Julia.
Well, the substance that killed her was found in your room.
I had nothing to do with that.
Well, are you suggesting that it was planted?
Yes, of course it was.
Who would want to blame you?
There are things going on all around us that you know nothing about.
Trust me and tell me.
I can't.
Margaret, I'm sorry, but he's still
Golfing. I know. Please tell him I am taking the 3:00 coach to Grimsby to visit my sisters, and that I may return at some point.
No. You can't leave.
It's my birthday. I can do whatever I want.
Oh, please step aside. I'm sorry.
Damn.
The 3:00 coach. And you didn't tell her not to take it.
I did what you asked. I said nothing.
Bloody hell.
We have a problem with Eudora.
Eudora? Eudora Nadeau? Is she here?
Yes, the one and only. She requires an extra $10.
I've already given her 20.
Her price has gone up. She refuses to perform unless you need it.
I suppose she'd be worth it.
I adore Eudora Nadeau.
Mr. Pearl, I've figured it out.
Figured out what?
The coded message. It's a simple Caesar shift. I can't believe I didn't see it before.
What's it say?
I have arrived. I'll be using the name Midge. So, Mr. Stewart and the dead young woman knew each other prior to this.
I knew it.
What do you mean you knew it?
What do you know of this group of Ghent?
Very little, I confess.
Every country has a government that the people think controls their destinies, but every government serves forces other than those who elected them.
And you believe this group of Ghent to be one such force?
Industrialists, bankers, men with ties to munitions, shipbuilding, and the like, they are the ones who truly run the world.
Well, that is a radical opinion.
You're right about that. And it was the voicing of that opinion that led to my dismissal from the Met. They called me, what was the word they used? Paranoid.
And it is this paranoia that has brought you here.
Yes, I believe the group of Ghent to be a shadow government.
And young Wendell Stewart is their newest member.
But perhaps not as loyal as he might first appear.
Mr. Stewart, could you please explain this?
It looks like gibberish to me.
Oh, come now. It's far from that. This is a message to you from the deceased young woman.
A woman you claim to have never met.
Fine, all right. I knew her. What of it? I didn't kill her.
Perhaps it's time for the truth. You knew the young woman. You arranged to meet her here. What were you up to?
Wendell, you told me that there's more going on here than meets the eye. I think it's time you told us.
How do I know to trust you?
If you knew the young woman, you owe it to her.
Oh, bollocks. The dog see the rabbit. Throat can stab you. Shut your mouth. Margaret, get out of the carriage.
Absolutely not. Right on, please.
Stay where you are.
Every year you say you won't forget, and every year you do.
Forget what?
You see what I mean?
It's your birthday. I know it's your bloody birthday. I had a big surprise planned for you, but you've ruined it.
Surprise. What?
Come with me and I'll show you.
I can do it.
It's time, everyone. He's got her. They're coming.
Behind the bar.
Hide.
You might want to crouch down. I am. Well, crouch down her.
No need to hide, everyone. She already knows.
Congratulations.
Well, this is off to a rousing start.
Oh, well, it may have started with a fizzle, but let's end it with a bang.
My father was a member of the group of Ghent for his entire life. He made it clear that I would have his seat at the table once he passed on.
How did your father die?
It was an automobile accident on the coastal road to Monaco. His body and his car were never recovered.
Did you suspect anything at the time?
I thought it's simply a misadventure. In the last few years of his life, my father became more and more despondent and increasingly relied upon morphine and alcohol.
Something was troubling him. His association with this group?
That is what I came to believe. And then that fact was proven out.
How?
I was approached by a young woman. She and I had attended college together. Her name was Claire Monahan.
This is the organization your father belonged to.
What? Where did you get these?
That's not important.
It is to me.
I found them in my father's study. A journalist hoped he would publish them, tell the world the truth about what the group of Ghent does.
I want to speak with this journalist.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why not?
He's disappeared. I fear he was killed for what he discovered.
What were the contents of these documents?
Plans. All manner of plans for every eventuality. It was the execution of a labor leader in South America, the destabilization of colonies in Africa, the sowing of discord between the great nations of Europe.
Where are the documents now?
She wouldn't surrender them to me. She was assaulted after she left my flat. She was left for dead. I didn't hear from her again until just before this weekend. The documents she showed me were long gone. All of this is truth. Sirs, these men, they need to be stopped. They are planning the murder of Ferdinand of Austria, and they hope to ignite the fuse and plunge all of Europe into war.
And once that happens, they sell munitions to both sides and get rich off the blood of innocents. And after hostilities cease, they finance the rebuilding.
You have proof of this?
That camera that you found in my room, it was hers.
And the chloral hydrate.
She used it on Mr. Bowles.
Are you sure they haven't had enough?
A man should never say no to a young woman in good champagne. And currently both are in your room and ready for your enjoyment.
It was Bowles who outlined a plan to assassinate Ferdinand. It was her job to retrieve what was taken from her.
Where are the photographs?
Likely long gone.
If all of this is true, then one of these men was responsible for the death of Midge.
I'd say our most likely suspect is Mr. Bowles. Mr. Stewart, you need to remain in these rooms and lock your door. Well, Mr. Pearl, are you ready to arrest the men who rule the world?
You're damn right. My superiors considered my suspicions to be the ravings of a madman. There were times I hardly blamed them.
So this is your chance to prove them wrong.
Yes.
We should get to their rooms.
It would hardly matter. Men who live in the shadows are well able to disappear into them.
Happy birthday, darling. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
And there she is.
Oh my God. That's Eudora Nadeau.
Well, you must be the birthday girl.
I am.
Well, it'd be my pleasure to perform for you.
Have a seat, Margaret.
You really shouldn't have splurged.
Oh, now you tell me. I'm only joking. The smile on your face is priceless.
Pursue them?
They have diplomatic immunity. Plus, we have no more than suspicions.
So they go free and Wendell pays the price?
He won't be charged.
And whoever murdered that poor young woman goes unpunished.
For now.
They're all gone, aren't they?
So it would appear, yes.
You should tread carefully, Mr. Stewart, especially now that they know you're disloyal to them.
I do not intend to stop in my efforts to unmask who they really are.
An unwise choice.
That may be so, but it's mine to make.
Oh, you require assistance.
I'm fine. I can manage.
Oh, dear. Oh, Mr. Sims, you're injured.
No, it's nothing. It's just a fall. Never been much of a horseman.
That looks... My wife is a doctor. Perhaps you should have a look.
It's not necessary, really.
Is there something you don't want us to see? Show us your arm.
No.
Mr. Sims, show us your arm.
I wonder what sort of animal did that.
I think I have an idea. You were onto those two young people, weren't you?
Seems. You should have left well enough alone. Both you and your father.
You didn't.
They ordered me to. They knew what you were up to and you had to be stopped.
I trusted you.
And you've learned a valuable lesson. Trust no one. You want your confession, sir? Here it is. I killed Alexander Stewart and Claire Monaghan, and I did it alone.
No! No!
No! Get away from them, Master Stewart.
As far away as you can.
So, not back to London then?
Not yet. I plan on taking a few days now that all the excitement has died down.
To design your garden?
I will retire that idea. No, young Wendell and I are off to the continent. We will track down this group.
You think that's wise?
Of course not. But it is a decision that a paranoid and a bold young man might make. Detective, it was a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure was mine. You have a friend in Canada.
Please be safe, Wendell.
Yes, I will.
I'm so sorry that we suspected you.
Don't be. You and your husband are crime solvers. I would expect no less.
We're off.
Gentlemen?
Certainly is a handsome neighborhood.
Now, William, before you say anything, the hospital board pays for the lodging.
There she is! Hello! Hello! Oh, wonderful. Together again.
Boys and girls, we know that though we cry under the oil lights, we say goodbye to get by in a dream. Summer night in the park, you had my hand tied. I stood here, oh, thank you for melody, dear child hearts. I always write a story in the beautiful world where boys and girls. Remember tonight we shine the radio louder the song that is all my pain. But can't afford and sweep my head and could be with boys and girls like sweetheart. Thank you for melody, dear child hearts. I
I'm only joking. The smile on your face is priceless.
You can't pursue them?
They have diplomatic immunity. Plus,
Since you should have left well enough alone. Both you and your father.
You didn't.
They ordered me to. They knew what you were up to and you had to be stopped. I trusted you. And you've learned a valuable lesson. Trust no one. You want your confession, sir? Here it is. I killed Alexander Stewart and Claire Monaghan, and I did it alone.
No! 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 Get away from them, Master Stewart.
As far away as you can.
So, not back to London then?
not yet. I plan on taking a few days now that all the excitement has died down.
To design your garden?
I will retire that idea. No, young Wendell and I are off to the continent. We will track down this group.
You think that's wise?
Of course not. But it is a decision that a paranoid and a bold young man might make. Detective, it was a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure was mine. You have a friend in Canada.
Please be safe, Wendell.
Yes, I will.
I'm so sorry that we suspected you.
Don't be. You and your husband are crime solvers. I would expect no less.
We're off.
Gentlemen?
Certainly is a handsome neighborhood.
Now, William, before you say anything, the hospital board pays for the lodging.
There she is! Hello! Hello! Oh, wonderful. Together again.